On October 2nd, 2025, Vladimir Putin made a series of statements at a plenary session of the Valdai International Discussion Club. The main theme of these statements was the conflict between Ukraine and Russia. Vladimir Putin reminded the audience that the heads of NATO countries had openly stated that they were fighting against Russia, and their goal was to inflict a strategic defeat on Russia. But the Russian army is the most combat-ready army, both in terms of training and technical capabilities, and in terms of combat tactics, he added. Vladimir Putin recalled that Russia had twice expressed its readiness to join NATO, but was rejected both times. A number of other statements were based on the fact that there is and will be no force in the world that will tell everyone what to do. The unipolar world has ended, and it has ended very quickly. None of the world's problems have been solved in the era before the multipolar world. All players on the global stage will have to consider each other's interests, and no one can succeed on their own. Countries will have to consider each other's opinions when solving problems and conflicts. Regarding sanctions, Vladimir Putin stated that the global system from which Russia was intended to be expelled does not want to let Russia go, as the global balance cannot be achieved without Russia. The punitive measures against Russia have completely failed. Russia has demonstrated a high level of resilience in the face of sanctions. Vladimir Putin also sent a message to the Western elites: calm down, sleep well, and finally deal with your own problems. Putin also called for Russia not to be provoked. It ends badly for the provocators. Russia will never show weakness or indecisiveness, he added. If Trump had been in power, the conflict in Ukraine could have been avoided. The Ukrainian tragedy is a pain for all of us. If NATO had not moved closer to Russia's borders, the conflict in Ukraine could have been avoided. Vladimir Putin also did not appreciate the renaming of the U.S. Department of Defense to the Department of War. As they say, the name of the ship determines its course. Stay tuned for updates, subscribe to the channel, and like us. Goodbye.